for 2016, Draft Analyzer is proud to launch our Auction Analyzer. To get started, one can either manually create or edit or import your leagues from any one of our affiliate sites. If you need help manually creating leagues, we offer instructional vids on how to do so on our channel, or email support for a walkthrough and they will get you going. For our purposes here, I am going to import a league from RTS Sports. Select Import League Settings, choose RTS from the drop-down, enter the league ID, and be sure to save by clicking Add League. The complete setup pop-up will appear. Be sure to always follow through and finish editing your settings, as they are very important and can determine how well the app works for you. Under Settings, you will see the league name. Always be sure that the draft style is set to auction. Here is where you will also enter or adjust your league's budget. Under the Teams tab, one can verify the team names in nomination order. Always remember to select which team is yours so that the app knows whom it is recommending for. Moving on to rosters. It is always important to edit your roster requirements even when importing. Now, your starters are obviously who you'll play every week. However, your max settings represent the number of players you want the app to recommend, and will also represent how your budget is spent. Once satisfied, click Save. Now, the only difference from our regular version is that you will not click the Draft Now tab. To enter the Auction Analyzer, you must do so through the Fantasy Tabs tool on your Draft Analyzer homepage. Select Fantasy Tools and the Auction Analyzer from the drop-down. As you can see, the Auction Analyzer offers many of the same benefits as a regular app. In the top draft bar, you will see the team names in nomination order, how much the team has spent, the max bid and remaining budget. To load any player into Player Focus, click the View tab on any of the player tiles in the main player pool. You will see the summary stats, including projected fantasy points, value base, average auction value, and positional rank, as well as bye week. Along with the current player projections, you will also see his stats from the past 2 seasons. When preparing for your draft, one can choose to target any player. You can also do so for various values. That way the player will be included in the recommendation engines and dollar value adjustments. One can also avoid any player, and he will never be recommended. If one does not wish to affect the recommendation engines by targeting or avoiding players, you can add them to your watch list. This is sort of a cue to help track potential targets. For up-to-the-minute player news, you can click Web Links and choose any site. This will open a new tab taking you directly to that site's player page. Close the tab, and you are back in the app. You will find the main player pool, and rankings below are colored by position and customized to your scoring rules and settings. Your optimized team will be highlighted in orange. Each player tile displays the player's name, team, and bye week. Projected fantasy points according to your league scoring, value base, average auction value, and bid price. The suggested bid, or bid for short, is based on players' fantasy points and VBD values, which are calculated using the user's exact scoring rules and roster settings. The bids will also adjust based on keepers as well as after every nominated player. Directly above the main player pool, you will see the projected optimized team displayed. Your current roster of drafted players will be added here as well. One can change the view as desired from all to starters or bench, core starters, or backups. Your watch list along with targets and avoids can be seen here as well. Team rosters can be found by selecting the Fantasy Rosters tab. For pre-draft prep and research, one can view the NFL team rosters and depth charts using the NFL Rosters tab. One of the unique features that the Auction Analyzer offers is our auction plan. Here the user can adjust and set how and where their budget is spent. One can adjust by both starters and bench, or by position. Once satisfied with your settings, it is time to draft. To nominate a player and assign a winning bid, click Bid on any player tile and the pop-up will appear. You will then enter the winning bid total to the correct team and click the blue Submit Bid tab. The player will then be assigned to the correct teams with the budget and optimized engines updating for the next nomination. Should you make a mistake during your draft, such as entering the wrong winning bid or assigning a player to the wrong team, you will select the Auction Tools tab in the upper right corner. Choose Auction Rewind from the drop-down and a pop-up will appear. You will then select a player using the arrows on each side of the player box. Click the blue Rewind Draft tab and the player will be removed. You can then reassign the player to the correct team or bid. If you have any further questions or need further assistance in any way, please contact support at support@draftanalyzer.com and please click the subscribe button below to get the latest news and vids.